Good evening, lovely tubers. My name is the White Mexican, and welcome to Market Watch Investments. I have a plethora of cards that I'll be showcasing for you guys tonight, and I do hope that you will enjoy. Gaming's Kickstarter tonight is going to be Gravekeeper's Recruiter. These are the ultra rare variants dawning out of the very infamous Legendary Collection 3 Yugi's World. These are going for pretty good money. Starting market price for first edition copies is going to be roughly around 7 bones across the board, 7-8 bones for late played first edition. So there is a playset right here for about $7.10 plus this 99-cent shipping, and there's about 4 pages of availability for this variant specifically. Switch over to bulk prices again. It's going to be about that 7-8 bone market price for bulk prices. Now, all across the board, this is worth some pretty good money. The Speed Duels Commons is going from anywhere from about almost 4 to about 6 plus, and then the rare from Star Strike Blast is also going for a couple bones too. So definitely can slang those if you can find a buyer, and then hold on to the first ultras. Next is going to be Madolche Mageline. So this is the original super rare dawning out of Return of the Duelist. So really old now. I personally think this is the superior rarity. This is the first print. I know that there was an ultra rare reprint from one of the subsets, but that's kind of disgusting, and I don't really feel like bringing that up right now. This first edition copies of this lightly played are going to be around 4 bones, and near mints are going to be roughly around 5 before you factor in, or like after you factor in shipping here. Let's go ahead and take a look at bulk prices. Bulk prices are going to be about 6, so significant increase on bulk prices and pretty much running on the market for this print in particular, but really great first print of this card. Next to be Shaddoll Fusion. So a lot of people talk about Dragon, or not Shaddoll Fusion, I apologize, Shaddoll Dragon. A lot of people are talking about Beast and potential play with tier elements, which is definitely a possibility, and maybe even seeing them quite now in play. I think something that's really underrated and something that's really strong is back row removal, and this card can very much do that. And it's something that's not really talked about specifically in the Shaddoll engine, but this is a really great tech card, and I think that this card is undervalued for what it is, being that this is the only hollow foil variant that we have dawning as a super out of OTS pack 15. So our market price for this is going to be roughly around 3 bones, and about 4 bones, and then there's a stack of 9 here of near mints for about 4 bones as well. But you got to factor in the shipping. That's going to go to about 5. So it's articulating some pretty good value. Again, other variants are really lackluster. I think it's just commons and the original rares. So really interesting market price on that. Next is going to be Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. So these are the highest rarities as ultimate rares, dawning from Return of the Duelist as well. And Spellbooks is just got a really great legacy history behind it. There's not a huge following. Obviously, Dragon Roller Spellbook format was a very infamous format, well-aged and known format in the game state. And these are just really great collector's cards, but you never really know when these older decks are going to get support, and they're just legacy decks. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go. And for what it is, I mean, 75 bones. There's a 2-stack here for 75 for near mint first, and then it continues to trickle after that. Not a lot for near mint first editions. If we switch over to lightly played first editions, it's pretty much the same. So just spend a couple extra dollars, get the near mint. Again, it's kind of hard to find true near mint sometimes on the site, but completely up to you guys on that. And then starting stacks is going to be almost 90 bones. Okay. Next is going to be Infernity Mirage. So was it Eldorado or one of the gold sets created a premium gold set. So this is the super rare original print. Extremely old, extremely nostalgic, the Shining Darkness. And Infernities, again, they've had kind of lackluster support here and there, but again, you never really know. Dark World, one Konami is just going to dump a buttload of support and really bring back and resurrect these old decks. And this is I think there's a pretty good fan base behind this. It's an extremely old format deck, but it's really fun. It's got really interesting mechanics, and I'm just personally a fan myself. I really like this, and this is my favorite variant of this, being that the original print. And this is it used to be a solo print again until the gold reprint. So first edition light plates are going to be roughly around 4 or 5 bones, and then near mints are going to go for about 5 bones. Let's take a look at bulk prices. Bulk prices increased significantly to 15 bones, so that's pretty incredible. And then again, the golds are insanely affordable. I have plenty of the golds because I think if this deck actually does get support and all the fans come back on the bandwagon, I think this is going to be way more than what it is, which is just insanely affordable. And actually doesn't look too terrible, honestly. Premium gold in some cards actually doesn't look too bad if they're not overly vivid, bright. Graph is going to be next. So there's a lot of, or a few super rare OTS or Astral Pack super rares that are really affordable right now. This is one of the more popular ones for sure. It's a really great card, great artwork. Burning Abyss has a huge fan following behind it, and picking this up on, you know, the most affordable price points before that gets new support, or a bunch of players decide to like combo it with a new higher end tier deck list, where the prices are really just going to increase a lot. So starting market price for this isn't too bad. I mean, I think anything under 5 bones is pretty good for this. Light plate is going to be roughly around 4 for lightly plates, and then near mints are going to be about 5. There is a couple stacks here, so we'll switch over to bulk prices. And again, there's a couple other variants from the Astral Pack supers that you definitely want to check out. And so lightly plates be about 5, then near mint bulk prices be around 7. So again, to have your playset, max rarity of this card currently, so it's something to consider. Grandmaster of the Six Samurai is going to be next. So these are the original secret rares dawning from Strike of the Neos. And this card is insanely expensive and valuable, and it kind of always has been. Great artwork, great effect. I personally love Six Samurai Engine myself. A plethora of random little supports here and there throughout the ages. An extremely fanboy favorite deck. I think there's a lot of players that really love this deck, and again, and if it continues to get new support in the future, which more than likely it will, and actually like really good support, this deck is gonna really articulate some great value. Starting market price for this is gonna be 135 bones for first edition lightly plates, and if you want near mints, let's go up to Phantom under 300 bones for 290, and there isn't a single stack of bulk prices here. Now be aware that there are dual terminal rares which are just completely gorgeous. I love them. I think they're really great, and they're extremely affordable, and they used to be in like tons of bulk access, well under a bone. Let's see here, the gold 2008, so 2008 was the Gen 1 gold, the very first gold that actually did gold right, just like a hint of like Honeycrisp gold. It looks really good. But the dual terminal 6 Shadow Foil DT variants are the ones that I wanted to take a look at. These again are not obviously as aesthetically pleasing as the secret rares, not as old, but they are extremely aesthetically pleasing. I think, you know, DT, any DT, like original DT, not Hidden Arsenal, Chapter 1 DT is just great. And these are still pretty much like just a Phantom over bone. They've slightly articulated up, and there's just great abundance of this. So DT6 must have been like one of the more produced DT sets, because you can see a fat sack starting price of about a bone for refactor and shipping of 38. So definitely a great alternative. I have tons of those myself personally. Chaos Sorcerer is going to be next. So this is the Legendary Collection 3 super rare variants. And this card is just, you know, cookie cutter chaos format, old school nostalgia, and it's going for pretty good money. Lightly plate is going to be about 10 bones for first edition lightly plates, and near mints are going to go to about 12 bones after that. And let's see if there is bulk prices. And looks like there's a couple bulk prices. Starting market price is going to be about 12, and so jump to about 15 for near mint. Now, I believe that there is another ultra rare variant from one of the older Turbo Pack Booster 2 donned the other hollow foil variant. I guess technically there's gold, but these golds, even though Gold Series 4, that was Haunted Mine, I believe. No, wait. No, Pyramid Edition. Which one was Pyramid's Edition? So no, I'm getting whatever the Haunted Mine was. That was kind of like the last gold that I really appreciate. I get them mixed up. This one was cool because this one came with an actual mat. Anyway, but realistically, like collectability purposes, the Super and the Ultra, more specifically the Ultra, are going to be the way to go. The thing with the Ultra, it is very insanely ancient, and it is Astral Pack or Turbo Pack, so very old. Near mint copies, I mean, there's some foreign ones here, going to go for like 180 plus, but the first edition for English is going to be about 150. So, and again, I really wouldn't bother with going lightly played on this, just because it's going to be pretty much a collector's card solo. You're not really going to see a lot of people running around with these. Personally, I wouldn't be running an Ultra, but I would just run the Super. Mystic Piper is going to be next, so this still to the day is a solo print from Extreme Victory as a high rarity of secret rares, going for pretty good money. If you guys remember the level 1 deck here with Kinka Bio and all these other like level 1 cards, pretty cool stuff, great history variant. There's a Deutsch European one here for about 15 bones, and a European Italiano one here for about 15 bones. Light played first edition English, they're going to be about 16 bones, and there is a playset here for 16 bones for lightly played first edition. There is 5 pages of availability, And we'll switch over to bulk prices, and then that 16 to about 18 mark is going to be where the new prices are going to be for the bulk prices on that. Gorgeous card, great coloring. Stellar Knight to Neb is going to be next. So these are the original print ultra rares dawning out of Duelist Alliance. Now there was a mega pack of 14, I believe, mirrored ultra rares, which are actually the ones that I run in my Stellar Knight deck. I'm a big fanboy of this deck. I love this deck. Really, really great mechanics behind it and recursion. Starting market price for this is going to be about 9 bones for lightly played first edition, and near mints are going to be about, well, we'll just go ahead and switch over to bulk prices so we can figure out what bulk prices are for near mint. And it's going to be about 10, 9-ish, about 9 for bulk prices for near mint. So pretty much all across the board, 8 to 9, or 9 to 10. Again, there are the alternative versions, which, no shame to it. It is mirrored rarity as ultra rare, which these are. Let's see the significant price difference, because again, if it's like under or half, so it's not quite half. It's about 7 bones, at least for bulk prices here. Or this isn't even bulk prices. We'll switch over to bulk prices. So a stack for 7. So yeah, technically, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I guess it's only about like a 3 bone difference, so you might as well just go get a playset of like lightly played first edition original prints, but it's completely up to you. I mean, they both look like, they're both ultra rare, they're both mirrored rarity, so whatever floats your boat. Snow Unlight of Dark World is going to be next. So we got the structure deck announced. Yes, it is going to be a structure deck. It's not going to be supporting a sub-side set and just totally like trash this out, so really excited about that. And these are the highest rarities. Obviously, this is a search for the deck, just completely blowout artwork on this, and an amazing card. Secret Rares Legendary Collection for Joey's World. Starting market price is holding and maintaining a great value, about 13 bones starting market price. There is a stack of 5 for near mint first editions here, and a stack of 10 for about 13 after that. So couple not like only a couple pages of availability, but there is availability for bulk prices. Now you're gonna be paying up the wazoo. It is, articulates some insane value, especially seeing how this card used to be like 2-3 bones. But alternatively, they are the original Dark World structure deck supers, and what's interesting about these is these are so significantly more affordable than the secrets. Now I get it, secret rares are more aesthetically pleasing, they're higher in the hierarchy of rarity, but these I still think should be going up more in value. It's interesting that the secrets are holding at 13 when the supers, being like the very first prints of this card, even though they were super structure decks, this structure deck was insanely old. We're talking about, what was that, probably about 10 years, a 10-year-old, like a decade-old structure deck, so insanely old. And to find these first edition bulk prices, they're still like almost eradicated from the market. We see here the only playsets is here for 3 and 5, plus this 5 bone shipping for these lightly played first editions and near mint here, but only 2 playsets, and that's pretty much gone. So seeing how limited this is for bulk prices, I'm really surprised that it's even holding at 5. I really think this is going to start to articulate some crazy value. Lila Lightsworn Sorceress is going to be next. This is the highest rarity as the ultimate rares, dawning out of very infamous Light Destruction set. These are just completely, really, really good looking. There's so much I can talk about. Lightsworn's an amazing engine, very generic, very splashable, very nostalgic, just a complete conglomerate of like fanboy basis behind it. And starting market price for this, for lightly played first editions, is going to be about 8 bones. There's an Italiano one here, and then it looks like there's some English ones for about 80, and then they're going to go to about 86. We'll see if there's any bulk prices for first editions, and there's some Italian ones for 80 again, and then the first English for like near mint is going to be 124, and there's 2 stacks to that. So just out of curiosity, unlimiteds, if you guys are so choose, looks like there is some bulk prices for unlimited single stack for 33, and there's probably some onesie twosie stacks available as well, which are going to go all the way down to about 34, 35 for lightly plays. This actually is a 4 stack. So again, because it's the highest rarity as ultimate rare, I would not recommend that you go unlimited. If you're going to go out, you're going to go highest rarity, might as well just pay the butcher and go for first edition ultimate rare personally. Now alternatively, the Light Destruction original ultra rare first editions are still really, really nice too. Now this has had multiple reprints, I think several ultra rare reprints at that, but if you can't afford or not willing to spend the money, because I understand it's a lot of paper for first edition ultimate rares, these are actually a really nice alternative. They're like old school ultra rare. They actually look really, really nice. Again, Light Destruction and Phantom Darkness were just like some of my all-time favorite blowout sets of this era of Yu-Gi-Oh! And starting market price is going to be about 13 bones for near mint copies, so I guess that'd be more for collectors. Well, ultimate would be the collectors, but still. But for playability purposes, lightly played first editions are only about 6 bones, which is not too bad, but we'll switch over to bulk prices, and that's when we'll see the articulation of value increase to about 11 almost for a stack of 4 here, and then 15 and continue on after that. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you've enjoyed this content, please share it with someone that you believe will also enjoy it. The world is a dark place and life can be difficult. Please be aware that you never know what others are enduring. Please remember to be a friend, be a brother, be a sister. Love and encourage those that surround you always. I hope you guys are making some fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh! Investments yourself. This has been a showcasing by The White Mexican, and I'll see you in the next video.